It's 8 p.m. and you've been staring at the same blank document for what feels like 3 hours. The report was supposed to be finished yesterday, or maybe last week, depending on how generous your boss is feeling. You sit down, crack your knuckles, and decide, okay, no more distractions. I'm getting this done right now. Then, of course, you decide to check your email first. You know, just in case something urgent popped up. Nothing important. But since you're already online, you might as well take a quick look at your favorite social media feed. 5 minutes won't hurt. Suddenly it's 10 p.m. You're watching videos of penguins falling on ice, and the report is still as blank as it was 2 hours ago. Welcome to the wonderful, maddening cycle of procrastination. Procrastination isn't new, and it definitely isn't rare. In fact, if procrastination were an Olympic sport, most of us would probably medal. But what makes it so fascinating is that we know it's bad for us. We know deadlines are coming. We know putting things off will make the task harder later, and we know we'll feel guilty. And yet, we do it anyway. So why is the human brain so determined to sabotage itself? The answer lies deep inside your head, in a part of your brain called the amygdala. The amygdala is basically your emotional fire alarm. It's great at picking up threats, like snakes, spiders, or apparently PowerPoint presentations. When you sit down to do something stressful, like starting that report, your amygdala sounds the alarm. Stress hormones flood your system, your heart rate picks up, and your brain prepares for danger. The problem is, this isn't a bear charging at you in the forest. It's a deadline. But your body doesn't really know the difference. So instead of calmly writing, you go into fight, flight, or freeze mode. And most often, you pick freeze. Or to make it sound more productive, you decide to organize your desk, or finally wash those dishes. This is why procrastination feels both irrational and irresistible. On one hand, you're sabotaging your future self. On the other hand, your brain is desperately trying to protect you from the discomfort of the task. In the moment, distracting yourself feels like sweet relief. You dodge the stress, and your body relaxes. But then comes the guilt, and stress, and shame. And suddenly the task you avoided feels even bigger and scarier than before. Congratulations, you've upgraded your deadline into a boss-level monster. And here's the twist. Procrastination isn't laziness. Laziness means you don't want to do anything. Procrastinators, on the other hand, usually do a lot. They just do all the wrong things. Laundry gets folded, playlists get reorganized, the bathroom gets cleaned at 2 a.m., all while the important work waits. Psychologists have found that procrastinators often care too much, not too little. They fear their work won't be good enough, so instead of risking failure, they delay. It's not apathy. It's perfectionism dressed up as YouTube marathons. Of course, procrastination isn't just bad for your productivity. Over time, it chips away at your well-being. Chronic procrastinators report higher levels of anxiety, stress, and even physical health problems. Your brain and body are stuck in this endless loop of stress avoidance guilt repeat. And the worst part? That brief moment of relief you get when you put something off actually reinforces the behavior. Your brain learns, avoiding tasks makes me feel better. So the cycle tightens its grip. But here's the hopeful part. Procrastination isn't a permanent character flaw. It's a habit. And like any habit, it can be reshaped. The trick isn't to suddenly become a flawless machine of discipline. That only piles more pressure on. Instead, the real key is compassion. Beating yourself up just makes your amygdala scream louder. A better approach is to shrink the monster down to size. Break big tasks into smaller, less threatening steps. Tell yourself you don't have to write the whole report. You just have to write the first sentence. Once you start, momentum takes over. Another strategy is to remove temptations from reach. If your phone is the siren song luring you away, put it in another room while you work. Out of sight really can be out of mind. And maybe the most important step of all? Forgive yourself. Everyone procrastinates. Even the people writing books about procrastination probably procrastinated while writing them. You're not broken. You're human. The goal isn't to eliminate procrastination forever, it's to recognize it, interrupt it, and move forward anyway. So the next time you find yourself watching penguin videos at 10 p.m., with a blank report still staring at you? Remember, your brain isn't trying to ruin your life. It's just trying to protect you from stress. Smile at the irony, forgive yourself for the delay, and then just maybe write that first sentence. Because once you do, you'll realize the monster wasn't nearly as big as it looked from a distance. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. New videos are coming.